Hello, my name is Jennifer Harney, and I've been at CrossFit Pathways for 11 months.
Cool. And so doing CrossFit, what about it is different than you thought it would be, and what are some of the things that you enjoy?
The things that I enjoy by far are the challenges. I was athletic before walking in the door, but this is kind of challenging me to a different level. It's challenging me mentally, it's challenged me obviously physically, very much so. How it's different is, I guess I thought that I would catch on to some of the moves a little bit quicker. I was used to working at something and getting it and then possibly being bored with it after I had achieved it in a lot of the areas of my athletic career. And this is not that way. I am still under a year and still learning and developing my skills every day, and I see improvements on a very regular basis.
So kind of playing on that, other than it being constantly changing and continuing to be challenging, what about the community aspect? What is different about the community aspect in contrast to training alone? Because I know you've been training yourself for a while, or you've been active for a while. So what's different about the community aspect?
I mean, honestly, it's unmatched. It is, I felt warm and welcome the second I walked in, 10, 11 months ago. I still remember the first 2, 3, 4 people that I met that walked up to me and introduced themselves to me. I remember the people that, interrupted their workout to come over to me to help me with a specific move that I was struggling with. Or I, shortly after starting would feel comfortable going up to people and saying, "Can you help me master this? I think you've got it. You look great. Can you work with me for a few minutes?" Nobody's ever made me feel uncomfortable, or nobody's ever made me feel like they didn't want to be approached by their body language. It's just complete community. We do things outside of just the time that we spend in here. It truly is a family atmosphere.
Awesome. And so now being here for almost a year, what advice would you give someone who has never walked into a CrossFit, regardless of if they have a lot of experience working out or not?
Well, I know it's easy to say, but try not to be intimidated, because even though I had some athletic experience walking in the door, it was still a little bit intimidating to me. So obviously try to put that aside and just know that everybody brings a different level when they walk in the door. And this atmosphere and this environment works with every single level of fitness, and it also works with where you want to be. So if you want to come in and have that camaraderie and use it as a very good fitness class, but not necessarily work on the skills per se, this is a great environment. If you want to come in and you really want to hone in on your skills and that's your challenge and that's what you want to get to, this is the right environment for that. So just try not to be intimidated and just embrace it and take it all in, and also know it will take time.
Awesome. And so going forward, what are some of your short and long-term goals with CrossFit?
Well, I have specific skills that I want to check off my list. I don't know that I will ever, feel 100% comfortable with them. I think that those skills are always going to be things that you need to work with and hone in on. But I kind of have a checklist of things that, okay, now I feel comfortable with this. I now want to do this next skill, and this is my goal for this next quarter. With the Open in January, I always use that as kind of a baseline of, this is the way I performed last January, and I want to be able to measure it up against the way that I'm hoping to perform this coming January, and so on. So I do have long-term goals. I would say the longer-term goals are more based around the Open and being able to RX more of my moves in that competition in January. And then my shorter-term goals are just more of checking off each individual skill that I'm working towards.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.